Oh God. God, we gotta play this. This Tom
Dude,
MacDonald.
this okay. By the way, to preface this,
Yeah.
this man is a millennial.
Yeah. He's a millennial.
Okay? So his
Oh yeah,
generation,
yeah. So he's gonna say a lot of fucked up,
like,
stupid shit. Like,
yeah, he's gonna say a lot of
regardless.
stupid shit.
Like it was stupid before even thinking about that part.
Yeah. No, yeah,
But
just what he says is dumb enough. But the fact is, he's a millennial. He's not a boomer, right? He's not Gen X. He's not like from the silent generation.
yeah. And by the way,
Okay?
this is coming from cringe TikTok, everybody.
Like, this man is a millennial.
So let's see. This guy I can't stand at all. But let's go for it. Let's go for it.
Generation got our driver's license at 14. My generation got our driver's license at 14, had a job at 16, and moved out at 17. Your generation is still trying to define what a woman is and living in your parents' basement until you're 35.
Now, I had a 14. I moved out at 17. Right. But I was not driving at 17. This guy's also Canadian.
Oh, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. You were not driving at 14, my friend.
So he's like, this is the thing. He's putting himself in the body of an American.
Either an American or like a boomer or somebody who grew up in a farming community in the 1800s
That too, yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that. Like there's
But that's the thing, right? This is the shitty part. Like this is what got me riled up when looking at this. He's not telling you, I went to school then.
No.
I started driving then. He's saying I'm from a generation that did this, which is
Right.
A, no, but B, you're taking credit for other people's accomplishments
yeah,
and
not
like
even your generation.
fuck you. Exactly, and this is another point I was gonna make. Duck Speaker says, Tom. No, actually, let's make that point later.
My generation grew up on uncensored everything. Your
Uncensored.
generation censors everything.
No, actually, if you grew up in there was censorship abound. It's just different sides, different
Like
things.
even
are
if
being
you're
censored.
talking about before the internet, there was
Censorship.
more censorship.
It is censorship
The,
abound.
the
It was
FCC was around. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
My generation shot guns, rode dirt bikes, and went camping for fun. Your generation
Some people did and others didn't. Just like now, some people still do these things.
stares at your phone all day and dances on the internet in your sister's underwear. My generation knew how to make decisions. Important ones.
So that's where Duck Speaker's comment comes in. Sir, you have face tattoos.
Yeah. And also, like, what important decisions have millennials
I don't know. Again,
like, really well on,
but again-
on a, you know?
such a generalization. What a important decision.
My generation knew how to
You
make
have
decisions.
face tattoos.
Important ones.
Okay, so and what's the your generation?
Your generation can't even decide which bathroom to use.
Oh, the bathroom. How about our generation? Oh, and that's not even my generation. He's talking to the younger generation, but that
No, but
generation are pissing anywhere. They're not choosing. They're just looking at any bathroom. I am pissing anywhere.
Yeah,
They
I'm
don't.
just gonna go piss.
They're beyond it, bro. They're
Yeah.
not going. Which
You're
one do
the
I
who's
go?
you're the one who's all messed up about deciding where to go.
Everyone, those people are going.
Go wherever.
They just go left is easier for me, so I'm going there. I feel like going left in that bathroom. I'm gonna piss.
That bathroom looks cleaner.
Exactly. There you go. That's another one. I would go to the female bathroom. I don't know actually.
My generation wants the truth and the facts, no matter how uncomfortable they are.
Really.
Millennial.
Really. Any generation.
No, but also like millennials.
Yeah, millennials. Okay, and
Your
us?
generation is so offended that the truth and the facts don't support whatever outlandish bull is floating around in your imagination that you've started labeling everything that you don't agree with as misinformation.
I think a lot of that is being pushed by the older generation, actually.
Yep.
still the same people who were censoring from the start. I mean, like the older generation are the ones who are.
Yeah,
Like,
who have
all
all
these-
these hang-ups. Like,
Yeah.
My generation has 2 genders. Your generation has 89,347.
So he counted them.
yeah.
And counting. My generation judges people on whether or not they're an asshole. Your generation judges people on race, weight, religion, sex.
Wait a minute. The generation he's thinking about, it's not even his. But I mean, okay, so let's say it's his. We're not ever thinking about race.
Like, we are far less racist than they were before.
Like, Tom MacDonald is almost base, says Duck Speaker, which makes him cringe so much more his cringe so much more painful. Yeah, I guess. Like, he could be based, but he's not.
It's just not.
Like, what did he just say here?
Your generation judges people on race.
Oh, yeah,
weight.
race. It's the same thing again. It's like, instead of him saying,
Yeah,
I do
what
this.
generation didn't judge people?
Yeah, there's always been, like, when I grew up, me, you, my friends, we didn't think in racially because we're not racist. But there are always racists out there. They didn't groups of racists, and they didn't spawn from nothing. Like, the reason that there are racist movements now is because they always existed, and like they find their way into.
Yeah, those racist
Nooks and
people
cranks.
weren't like they just were less bold about saying shit.
Yeah. Again, this is hard to do because he's being so general. It means, like,
Well,
vague,
also, like I said, he's a fucking millennial,
and he's a
and it sounds like he's talking to millennials. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like when he says your generation and he has a complaint, he's actually bringing up stuff where he talks about millennials, right? He's trying to, like, do this millennials are shit thing, which is what, like, fucking older generations do. But he's a fucking millennial. So when he says my generation does X and your generation does Y, he's actually just making shit up
Yeah.
because he's part of the generation he's criticizing.
Or is he criticizing Generation Z, Zoomers? Are they old enough to be talked down to this way?
Well, yeah, he would be criticizing them as well, but it also sounds like he's criticizing millennials, right? Like, what the things he's criticizing, like the gender abolition movement stuff, like, these are things that millennials, like, brought forth a lot, right?
Maybe he doesn't know that. Maybe he thinks that's just a Zoomer thing. Maybe that's the part of his stupidity.
Weight,
know.
religion, sex, gender.
Or maybe this is not aware of what,
Like, yeah, like these movements, you could even make the argument that these movements have existed for decades before millennials. Like, millennials made it more popular recently, but it was a pretty popular thing in the past that existed for decades.
Generation judges people
Yeah. It's just now it's mainstream.
on race, weight, religion, sex, gender, financial standing, something that they tweeted 20 years ago in grade 8 when they were drunk for the first time. Your generation cancels everything you don't agree with. My generation doesn't give a about the things we don't agree with.
This guy made a whole video about the things he doesn't agree with.
None of this is
I
one.
don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about the things I don't agree with. I'm
He
just gonna make
writes-
this whole video complaining about it.
He writes entire songs and makes music videos about it.
Spends like fucking thousands of dollars in production and shit to make videos on things he doesn't agree with. But he doesn't give a fuck. You're the one. You're the one who doesn't like.
Nook Speaker says this whole video is just a smooth-brained critique of class analysis using the most retarded general class analysis possible. And yes, exactly right. Because what I would have preferred, well, even there'd be a piece of shit video, like it's a bad video idea, anyways. But you should be going, I do this, you do that. I'm better than you. Not that I'm part of a generation. Like, what kind of a point system is that, buddy? Like, I'm part of a generation that is cool. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
My generation fights.
Oh no, this part.
Yeah. This part's really cringe for a few different reasons.
Beat it, loser. My generation fights for the right to party.
That was
so fucking bad, buddy.
that's what. Now, the other thing I want to say is that song came out in 1986. That song's older than he is. Somehow his generation is the one that fights for the right
I
to
think
party.
you just spotted it. I think he's trying to be like.
He's trying to pretend that he's like a boomer or Gen X or something. Like he's
Yeah,
trying to pretend that he's older than he is.
Because that's the song. You know, he mentions this song because he probably identifies with that generation. Ah! Cringe, man. What the fuck? Okay, so what's the retort? His generation, they fight for the right to party.
Yeah, which would be Gen X, really.
Party.
But also, if you know anything about that song, the Beastie Boys that he just mentioned, you know that the Beastie Boys were trolling. Like, that song is a troll on people who think that way. On, like, the fight for your right kind of crap.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, if you know anything about, like, that's what the Beastie Boys were doing.
Dux Pierce says, don't bring the Beastie Boys into this, you poser.
Your generation doesn't fight, doesn't like having rights, and doesn't like to party. What the?
Doesn't like having rights. And doesn't like to Come on. I mean, the partying, I don't even know if you can say that, buddy. Like, you really... First of all, this is you saying, what, are you going to young people parties? Get out of there.
Yeah, like, are you trying to get in on Gen Z parties or you going to high school parties, my friend?
So if you've been to them...
Been to a lot of college campuses lately, trolling for babes or something, you fucking creep.
I don't want you to know that, but I'm pretty sure that just like your generation, my generation was partying, who, like most
Here's the
of
thing.
the...
You don't know about the parties because they don't fucking want you there.
Exactly. Most of the older generations...
You're not invited, Tom.
Yeah.
They're partying. You're just not fucking invited.
You don't like to party. Yeah, exactly right. Don't invite that face tattoo asshole. He keeps fucking singing. He keeps rapping.
Yeah, this guy's been coming around here asking if we have parties. Don't fucking tell him about it.
Keeps rapping for nothing.
What the f- is wrong with you guys? My generation is going to be able to handle the new music video that I'm dropping on Friday. Your generation is going to have a fucking meltdown. My generation got our...
Choose his tongue.
It's an ad for his video.
And what I like about this is, like, he's got a following, so, like, he's getting likes, and then the people who hate him don't watch the video. So the only people who are watching and liking are his fans, and so the people who are getting this message of my generation versus your generation are his fans, and they're liking it.
Yeah.
And the people he's trying to insult aren't watching this.
Yeah, they're not watching that shit.
It's just,
or they're making TikToks fucking, like, trolling him.
Yeah.
Like, they're duetting this and fucking trolling him.
Yeah. Or they're just doing a podcast.
Like, I had to find this on some random small page on TikTok because he took it down. I'm pretty sure he took his video down. I couldn't find it.
Really, this one?
I couldn't find it on his page, yeah.
Duck Speakers, no, it was all an ad. What the fuck? You didn't what? You thought it was? You thought anything isn't an ad? It's all an ad.
Like, dude, this guy's got an ad tattooed on his forehead. Okay.
Yeah, dude. By the way, hug.
Our driver's license at...
That's a tattoo on his chin that says hug. Bro, again,
pretty sure it says hog because that's where you
14 had
stuck it in.
Like, this is where you insert, and he's got a...
Yeah, this is where insert arrow. Hog here.
Holy shit. Oh, God. My bad. And,
job at 16 and move...
Whatever, man. This guy is cringe. It was an ad. We hate ads.
There's a fucking cringy ad.
And again, like what? And that's a weird thing is that your ad is just... An ad is supposed to be, come here! And instead of, you're just shitting on everybody. But it works, because his fans are stupid.
It gets engagement, gets attention.
Whatever.
There are people who've been, like I said, like, fucking responding to this video and that kind of stuff, right? So you get all kinds...
And at the end, they go, I want what the fuck kind of music video did he make? I'm going to go watch it and shit on it more. So he's getting the views.
Yeah.
My Duxbury says my opinion of him fell a lot because of this. I actually liked some of his music. You're alone here, I think. I don't like it. And Carl
It's
doesn't.
always been like, you know how a lot of the political rap is like really cringe.
Yeah, it's
It
too on the nose. Like rap's supposed to be like
like rap is
playful.
already a revolutionary art form where
Yeah,
like you are supposed to be talking like oppression and all that. It doesn't need to be like overtly political.
yeah. Like it's too like it sounds too much like stuff he writes in his journal, and then he raps it, and maybe it
Like
rhymes,
like think
rather
of
than
Tupac, man. Tupac was a fucking like communist basically. And all of his songs were like actual rap. And you could see through some of his songs he had certain values like to get if you listen to Thug's Mansion or if you like listen to Changes, there's a lot of songs that Tupac has that kind of show what his thoughts are on the Never Be Peace, right? He's got like a lot of music where you can see his leftist tendencies kind of show through. But it's not like he's not like an overtly political
yeah,
like not every bar that he's fucking spitting is like Republicans and Democrats
yeah.
and
It's
it's like,
exactly
dude. And also this guy's fucking Canadian.
You're right. It's cringe. Like I don't know. I was never a fan of him, but
Like it doesn't translate well. Sometimes it's like, yeah, okay, maybe it's a little bit of a catchy tune and he says some things that can make you like think a little bit or something like some of the songs maybe. And I'm talking about in the genre in general, political rap stuff, right? But for most of it it's like these are just bad and it's
yeah,
like it's kind of really corny.
yeah.
And
It
I
is.
can't get into it.
And yeah, it's just
I like folk music, which is like has a political message, but doesn't, it's not the same, right? Like it's
yeah, yeah. It's he doesn't do it well. And his ads are terrible. Doug Spears
oh
says
yeah,
Chris Webby and DISL Automatic make great political music. I don't know them, but I'll check it out. It's probably better than this. Anyways.